everyone, so let's move towards our today's topic, which is
stomach, which is part 2. We are in part 1 we have discussed about the curvatures and the openings and the basic knowledge. Now we have already discussed the momentum. Now in this lecture we will gonna talk about the blood supply, nerve supply and the parts of the stomach. Now what are the parts? There are 4 parts. Now I am telling you the fact is in some books it's like there are 2 parts. One is cardiac part and the pyloric part, and those cardiac and the pyloric part are further divided into some parts, but majority of the book says that the whole stomach is divided into total 4 parts. So I am telling you those 4 parts. Number 1, cardiac part. Number 2, fundus. Number 3, body of the stomach. Number 4, and the last part is pyloric part. Number 1, cardiac part, which is also known as cardia. The part of the stomach which surrounds the cardiac opening, cardiac orifice, is called as cardiac part. Like I said, the cardiac orifice, what is the function? It will connect the duodenum with us. It will connect the esophagus to the stomach. So what happened? The part of the stomach which is near the cardiac orifice is called as cardiac part of the stomach. The second part, fundus. Now, the dome-shaped structure just left to the cardiac part. I am repeating again. If you see the diagram, the opening, the esophagus is coming in the stomach. So just left to the esophagus, the part of the stomach is in dome shape. Okay, that is called as fundus, and it is pink in color, pink inside. If we talk about the interior view of the stomach, that area is pink. The remaining area of the stomach is red, but that fundus area is pink inside. And one more point, that it is dome shape and it is gas filled area. Okay, now it is present posterior to the 6th rib. It's not much important, but for anatomical point of view it's very I guess it's important. So remember this as well. Now, body of the stomach, the part of the stomach which consists of gastric gland. Now what is gastric gland? Gastric glands are present below the stomach, around the stomach, which secretes the gastric juices, digestive enzymes. Now what is the function of digestive enzyme? Digestive enzymes act on the food to help in the digestive process, to make the food soft, because if you eat a candy it's very hard. Okay, so to make it soft, the digestive enzyme will act on that candy inside your stomach, and hydrochloric acid will also act. So that is the point which you have to understand, that gastric glands have a very much important role in our digestive system. Digestive enzyme obviously help in digestion, and it is called as body of the stomach. Now the last part, which is called as pyloric part, which is the most interesting part. It further divided into 3 parts: pyloric antrum, the first part, then second part pyloric canal, and then pyloric sphincter. Pyloric sphincter is present at the junction of the stomach and the duodenum. Okay, it is a muscular coating, okay, which is present at the junction of the stomach and the duodenum. Now pyloric canal, if you see the stomach, at the end of the stomach there is a small tube-like structure, and that is connecting to the duodenum. So that small tube-like structure is called as pyloric canal. And before pyloric canal, the area is pyloric antrum, which connects the fundus to the pyloric canal. Now interior of the stomach, which is very much important. Inside, what is present inside the stomach? So inside the stomach you have to understand the histology, and we are discussing here. There are 4 layers: mucosa, submucosa, muscular layer and serous layer. Number 1, mucosa. Mucosa consists of gastric folds and gastric folds on greater curvature, whereas on the lesser curvature, stomach consists of a canal called as gastric canal. Now there are some depressions as well. This is very important point which you have to remember, that on the inside the stomach there are depression on the surface of the stomach, and that depressions are called as gastric pits. Now what the function of the gastric pits? Gastric pits will help in the secretion, will release the gastric, they will help the gastric glands to release the secretion in the stomach. If gastric gland wants कि मैं अपनी सिक्रीशन स्टमक में दे दूँ, तो वो थ्रू गैस्ट्रिक पिट्स देंगे. ठीक है. नाउ the second layer is submucosa. As we know, the submucosa consists of connective tissue layer, blood vessel and the nerve supply. Third layer, muscular layer, it consists of some muscles which help in peristalsis. What is peristalsis? Peristalsis is the movement of the stomach, the muscular movement of the stomach, which help in digestion. And the last thing is xenoscope. It consists of squamous cells. Now, like I said, the whole stomach is red in color inside. If I talk about interior of the stomach, inside the stomach, the whole stomach is reddish in color, whereas the fundus part is pink in color because it is gas filled area. Now the last two parts, blood supply and the nerve supply. Blood supply, it's very simple. Like I said, lesser curvature, L for lesser curvature and L for left gastric artery, and greater curvature is very easy, right gastric artery. Fundus is supplied by gastric branches. Now what are the gastric branches? Gastric branches are the branches of the splenic artery. Okay, now venous supply, it's very simple. Venous supply is through splenic vein, portal vein and superior mesenteric vein. Last part is nerve supply. It's very simple, that's why I'm going very fast, because it's very simple. Okay, you have to remember these things. Last part is nerve supply. There are two nerve supply to the stomach, sympathetic and parasympathetic. Now for this I would like to tell you something very important, that we have studied that flight and fight response. Okay, if we are in danger, if we are nervous, so our digestive system will act faster due to these nerve supplies. Okay, sympathetic, parasympathetic we will discuss later. First of all, sympathetic supply is of the stomach is through T6 till T10 nerves, you have to remember. And the parasympathetic nerve supply is through vagus nerve, anterior and posterior gastric nerve. Okay, remember this point. Parasympathetic nerve supply is through vagus nerve and gastric nerve. Gastric nerves are of two types, anterior gastric nerve and the posterior gastric nerve. So this was the whole topic regarding stomach. Till then, work hard, study hard and good luck. Take care, bye bye, thank you.